Well, hello there, Minecrafters. Thanks for coming by. We're back with the Diversity Developers Commentary into part 3 of our escape branch discussion. That's where I discuss all the kind of jokes and trap ideas behind the escape branch. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Don't watch if you haven't played it already, but if you have, definitely check out part 1 and 2 for this. And anyway, enjoy. So yes, it took a bit to fit it in there, but I got it in there, and we have that in the back. We have that chest, and on the opposite side we have a grave for Steve in Complex. Spoiler alert, your son's name is Steve, and there he is dying and burning, sort of like a nod to him burning in the end of he's on fire kind of because you blame yourself psychologically and you think he's like burning in hell or something like that. But it was a grave in the original Complex. I had to have the fire because if you got trapped down there, you couldn't get out. So at least you could die to get out. And then in the middle, I think, is there anything in the middle? Oh yes, there's... Okay, let's continue over here first. Although I think maybe you shouldn't continue over here, but let's continue this way. We have a seemingly normal room, except in the Complex, I had a joke that said, where the devil did those 2 doorways go? Another excuse to not make you go. And it says, seriously, who keeps stealing my doorways? And there's no doorways because there's a corner you can't go through. And we have the low ceiling, which there was a room with a low ceiling in Complex. And then we go to the old withered tree, which if you stand on here and you open it, and oh, it's a sand trap. Oh golly, brings you down to the one-way door. But I'm not quite finished up on the other levels, so we'll head back up there. Yeah, and I wanted to do that definitely because I think 1 or maybe 2 or 3 times Arsmalik in his LP had mentioned he thought there might be a falling sand trap, sand update trap, and I specifically put it in there because of his comments, making a whole room fall while you open a chest. Unfortunately, he didn't fall for it. I guess he expected it in Diversity. But let's go back and finish up the, I guess this is the 5th floor. So we went in there, and I think we're going to head over to here. Now, my original version of Diversity, I messed up, and I put slabs. And I didn't know this, but you cannot jump from a slab. I'll show you here what I mean. There we go, and I'm just going to go like this. And I had changed it to slabs because people were having trouble making the jump to the full, from the doorway to the full block. So I changed the slabs, but if you jump from a slab into a too high doorway, you can't make it. I don't know why. I didn't know you couldn't make it, so I made them full blocks again. You may have not seen this if you played an early version of the map. There's one way over here. This in Complex was a room that indicated what the colors meant, but in Diversity we had, again, zombie, because the zombie was green, the wither skeleton, or the regular skeleton was blue. There is. The wither skeleton was yellow, no. And the red was a creeper said, oh! And there's a trap! There's no escape, and now I'm on fire. Because there's one fire charge up there that you couldn't see before. I don't think it did anything in Complex. It just gave you the... Oh, it opened up a chest over here. And all you had to do was press all the buttons. Didn't matter what order. But it was to indicate to you that the colors meant those mobs. Okay, here we go. We might die on this one. Yep, we're going to die on that one. That's why I changed it. But I'm going to... Now, where am I heading here? I guess... Oh, and there was the old push block. So that was another trap, or so to speak, to get you... Not allow you to go in. But we'll head back here. Oh! This is another trap. I can't believe you fell for that one again. Because in the... Complex, there was a joke that said, oops, I guess these doors aren't working. It's just an excuse to make you not be able to go that way. So this is the only way to go, which means, I guess we're going, not really sure which way. I guess we were over here. Yeah, we're over here. And I'm just going to change it to creative so I can keep showing it to you. If you went, I think if you went straight, if you went, come on, if you went straight in, there we go. It brought you to the old, there's another fence with a dispenser. You get a crappy sword, and there is a zombie who's ready to kill you. That was from Complex as well. That little chest trap. So here we have, and get in, there we go. We have a seemingly, but we have, we have lava which could kill you. So another dead end sort of thing. So there's nothing really over there, but in original versions, if you couldn't make it over, you kind of missed out on some of the traps. But that's all right. So we've done that one. And that means that we can go down to the 4th floor, because I think that's the only floor we have left. And we'll head down to the 4th floor. The one-way door also leads to there as well. And the way up is kind of interesting because you can't see it very well. But there is a, there we go. In Complex, this said auto shutdown, what was it, control room flooded. So I changed the joke to brain shut down yours. It's kind of like a 5th grade insult. Yeah, yeah, you're dumb, you know. But this was the way up to get to the 5th floor, or that truss jump. This here, I like this trap because it's a 4 creeper trap. The C stands for creeper. Nothing in there, just mostly to freak you out. That's really all it's in there for. And this way was a personal favorite of mine. We have the computer. In the Complex, if you looked up, you said YT, which was YouTube, and it gave you a link for the trailer to Cube, which was how this whole Minecraft Complex was built, was inspired by Cube. This is a much different video. I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's pretty cool. It's not really that popular. Not a lot of people have seen it, but it definitely will give you a bit of information about that room. So check it out. Punch it in there. Now, this one here is another regular room, and you could have came from that way depending on how you entered the 4th floor, but we need some food. Oh, I'll give you a spider eye. Ha ha ha, that's all I'm giving you. Ha ha, loser. Loser. So, yeah, that was sort of a prank. And then we had the old target practice. So the reason I put this back in diversity is because I can't believe the amount of people who did not understand or did not get, I'm going to just put myself back on adventure mode, did not understand this thing in Complex. Basically what it was going to do was you hit the target and then something opened up and you look up and you could get the chest with the UID, but hardly anybody looked, so I figured, why don't I kill him? Why don't you hit it and it opens up your own death? You kind of create your own death. You kill yourself in the respect. I thought that was hilarious. I love watching people fall for that one. It makes me crack up every time. Continuing on here. In Complex, we'll just put that there so we can see. In Complex, we had a bunch of lights here and a chest in the middle that had another UID, but I saw so many people do this. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to put an effect on you if you do that. And you don't have to go in a circle, but I knew people would try to check it out. And it puts nausea on you for like 10 seconds. It's not that bad. But, oh, he's actually puking. I never saw that before. Just to irritate you, a little fun joke prank, so to speak. I think it came from there. And people thought this was black. It's not black. It's actually a lamp. So when you step there, and I flip the wool around, when you step there, you can see a bit. Okay, let's head into the red one. And, of course, in Complex, we had a little room that had a sponge in the middle. You went through it, and there was a pillar that said, why? You turned around and said, because. I remember Arsmanic laughed considerably when he played Escape, because it says, why? And he said, it's going to say, because. Just because. Don't ask me why that's funny. The real reason I put it in here is basically because Why sponge? Like, why? Why do a room in sponge? Why sponge in Minecraft? Just because it's stupid. I don't know. I get a kick out of it. Because. That's why. Yeah, that was my thought process behind that. That could be the right... Actually, the one with the lava is the right way. Yeah, so we'll continue on over here. And I'll put one right there. Okay, so another corner room. It'd be nice if I had thought of some excuse not to let you go in the corner, but we have a beach room. And in Complex, this was sort of one of the indications about... There's a deeper meaning here, but in Diversity, it is a 2S. Some people thought it said, well, Arsmilic thought it said 25. It's 2S. These books are important, but you hate reading, so forget it. And that is a joke from map makers to players, is typically when you get a book with a lot of writing, you just don't want to read it, although there's important information in there. So it's sort of a joke. You hate reading, so forget it. But the book is important, so do not remove it. You need the book. You need the book. Keep it. And all the books are you can get again. You can't lose the book. I guess we'll head into here. And we have the lava, which is not that bad. You can just hold shift and walk around. But it's, you know, sort of another indication that, yeah, there's something different about that. That was actually... in the trailer. It was my hint that Complex was going to be in it, and I didn't want to give it away. Brought the snow room back. In Complex, I had a whole bunch of rooms with just interesting different blocks. And there's snow way out of here. Yeah, that's all that's in there. And of course, we head over here. We'll head. This is probably most people I think came from this direction, but we'll head. We'll just mark our path so we've been here. And we have a regular kind of room, and I'm just going to do that, which goes to, yeah, the 4th floor, where we've already been down there. So there was the up and down through the lava. I think we went down last time. I'm just going to head back the opposite way because we know that way is sort of the right way. Through here we have... yes, I brought the maze back from Complex, half of it at least. Through here it says, made me think of you. Rotten flesh. Yes, you are a bunch of rotten flesh to me. And through here we have the letters from Complex, which were LOSS, which spell loss, which was a hint to the fact that you lost your son. But we have the R, which is in diamond, which represents your son, which spell, I changed one letter to E, so it's spelled loser. You're a loser. But those letters are in Complex, and the colors indicate the mobs as well. It's just another, what do you call it? Troll. Troll to you and your mind or whatever. Ha ha ha, you loser. So anyway, so where are we going now? This door is one way only. So that was the sand trap. So if I just show you, yeah, all the sand that fell down, and you can go back in through here. And we're done there. And so then we go over here, and that brings us back to our 4th floor. Almost finished up here. Through here, we have, I think this was, no, it's not the first room I made, but we have basically this was the trash room in Complex. It said, I'll get it cleaned up. It was one of the first excuses I made that you weren't allowed to go. I kind of thought it looked like, even though it's gravel, it kind of looked like trash, piles of trash. And Peekaboo, I didn't know if it would freak you out or not, but I put him there. Wither skeleton, and he's also in yellow like in Complex. Let's go this way. And oh yes, this one I just didn't feel like finishing. I doubt you're smart enough to figure out anything else. That's a joke because in Complex there was a room that said, oh yes, I couldn't quite figure out the redstone to it, but I'm sure you're smart enough to figure out another way around. In Diversity I switched it. I said, I don't think you're smart enough at all. You are stupid. And then this, of course, is one of my favorite rooms. If you had your volume up and you open the chest... oh, whoa, wow, what is that? That is... I'll just show you how I do that. It is a... Whew! It is a TNT spawner that like spawns like crazy. It's nothing to do with the chest. It's just when you're in proximity. I think the TNT spawner's below. Yeah, there it is. It will, and that's just visual glitching. A whole bunch of TNT will go off, and that was only to freak you out. Totally freak you out. Okay, so I think, are we done yet? Before I go back and finish this portion, I've been through there. I think we're done. I think we've covered every room in the escape branch. So the only thing left we have is to finish it, and I will head there right now if I can remember how to go. I'm gonna travel down through here and just, yeah, third floor. We've been through all of these, I believe. Yeah, we have. Okay, so I'll meet you back up in the code room of how the map is finished. Okay, we're going to head into the code room, and hopefully by this time you would have had most of the books or all of the books. And you can see I've been added 101 on my experience, so now I can start renaming paper. And if you notice, book 1E, let's see, we put them in order. It does spell a word. 1E, 2S, 3C, 4A, 5P, and 6E. Escape. Now, in the original complex, the books did spell words, and I changed it depending on the version, but they were sort of hints to the end of the map. But all you had to do was type that in. And I think the light bulb came on with a lot of people when they finally figured that out. Oh, type escape! And then you put it in there, and whoa, there we go. We are in the boys' room from Complex, which if you open that up, it says toy box, and it says, to whoever stole my dead son's toys, you have no soul. The reason that is in there is because in Complex, I watched so many people and LPs just rob that toy box, take everything out, and they were just toys, and your son was dead, but you stole it, so it's sort of like you have no soul because you took all my son's toys. And you press the button, you get the wool, and there you go. You have solved the escape branch. So that, yeah, that was a bit of a longer, I don't know, episode. I'm going to be splitting it into videos. Well, I already have, obviously. But yeah, that is the escape branch. I hope you enjoyed that look. That's kind of how I wanted to show you my jokes behind it. So what are we going to do next? Let me know. We could do dropper. We could do anything on this side. I don't know. You let me know, and we will continue on with the Diversity Developers commentary. But once again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everybody who played it, everybody who made a video of it, everybody who watches the videos. You are all loved. Anyway, have a great day. Enjoy your Minecrafting.